y prendemos, ahí ven, bueno, próximamente en TikTok. Ahí vamos. Nueva partida. Vamos a jugar con las variables. Que ya la otra la jugamos bastante tiempo. Estándar, estándar, comenzar.
How did I end up here? Wrong question. I began here. Right here on this planet. Was it hard to be born as someone else's alter? Not for me. A scientist must never deny reality, however uncomfortable. So, why did I stay behind when the others left? Because something I found here disturbed my mental clarity. The oasis. Teeming with life in the middle of a barren, uninhabitable planet. How does it survive? What undiscovered laws of nature protect it from the lethal sunrise? I sensed that solving this mystery could open up a whole new chapter in the history of science. Thus, I made it my life's work. So, if you are reading this, well, frankly, I don't care. One thing I've learned is that recognition is overrated. Knowledge is the ultimate pursuit. Well, now the only thing left to do is go to sleep and wait for a new cycle to begin. And with it, answers. Oh my, that was a long sleep. I don't think I've slept that hard in... Oh. Hello? Hello? Who are you, and what
Llegó ahí hasta
did
ser
I miss?
anciano.
Nothing. You missed nothing, boy. You have just been born. Everything you remember is only in your head. But I expect it's nothing you can't handle.
Forgive me if your expectations aren't my first priority. me process the situation according to my methods. I simply never thought I'd go through all this again. But
O sea, ahora sacó un alter de un alter.
I'm not going through it again, am I? This is my first time. Yes, I am beginning to understand it now. You're the person whose memories I have in my head, and now that you're too old to go on, you created me. It's what I would do. Relax, you can trust me. I'm just like you. No need to protect me from the hard truth.
What did you just say?
I said I'd do the same thing. It was meant as a compliment, by the way.
You? No. No, I don't think I can do this. But I have to. Oh no. Time is so scarce.
Are you okay?
The quantum.
Yes, I know the quantum computer created me. Oh, hang on. We actually have a quantum computer? Well, now you're talking.
The comms room.
Really? There's a comms room, too. Does this mean you have contact with Earth?
¿Será que se va a morir ya?
Are you sure you don't need anything? A glass of water, perhaps?
Talk to him. But please
Yes? What?
be better.
You have got to be kidding me.
Se murió.
He said, talk to him. Him. I wonder who he was talking about. It might be sensible to examine my circumstances thoroughly. Where should I start?
Yo no veo la sala de comunicaciones por acá. Acá está.
Hello. We are talking, which means that I am dead and everything went as planned. My name is Jan, and I am an accumulated artificial model of your predecessor's mind, a so-called AAM-OIPM. But you can call me Janbot. Oh, clever. Thank you. Before we start the briefing, let's establish an adequate working relationship. I will be your source of information and virtual assistant. Your role will be to pick up your predecessor's research where it left off. Please confirm your willingness to accept this arrangement. I confirm. Excellent. Let's move on to the briefing without further ado. Your precursor, whose mind records served to train my neural system, paved the way for you with some groundbreaking research. One of the fundamental findings was that he managed to calculate the parameters of the planet's cycle. And two phases of the cycle can be distinguished. A cold phase, when humans can be active on the planet, and a hot phase, when the surface is too hot for anything to survive. The hot phase, when activity above the ground is impossible, lasts for the equivalent of 13 Earth years. 13 years of waiting? Yes. Every hot cycle needs to be spent underground. Supplies have to be secured for that time, energy to power the base. Now you understand how little time he had to devote to the oasis itself. Every time a discovery was on the horizon, the sun came and destroyed everything. And after every hot cycle, he emerged onto the surface older, weaker, body and mind deteriorating from radiation exposure. That's when he realized it was time to turn to the most risky scenario. Create a successor. And here I am. Very perceptive. Do you have any questions regarding your position? I'm ready to get to work. Excellent. Let's start with protecting you from the mistakes of your predecessor. He managed to create blueprints for a cryosleep chamber for your base. Build it, and you will be able to extend your stay on this planet by a significant, if not infinite, amount of time. Right? Let's just get on with it. Good. Take a look around the base, go outside, and locate the necessary resources. Once you've got your bearings, get to work on that cryosleep chamber so we can plan your next steps.
¿Cuál le enviamos? A ver.
unbelievable. The fundamental module in the base is malfunctioning.
Toca salir a minar.
The planet. It looks different than I remember. I wonder what happened to it, or to my memories. Whatever this means, I should prioritize securing fundamental resources. Kaiser. How interesting.
Me volé los 6 de energía ahí. Ay, ay, ay. ¿Y ahora cómo me bajo? Por eso ya podemos regresar. Uy. ¿Era que estaba la nave?
My predecessor's whiteboard. I should take a look at it. Finally, the right person in the right place.
Trajectory and setting it on course for the most probable location.
Right. Let's see what the old man managed to find out. The theory of continuity, our original concept about the Oasis being reborn. But he wrote that it's wrong. oasis is not reborn, but never gets destroyed. I see we have a source of nutrition provided. Good. Huh. The QC looks different than I remember. Oh, strange. It seems I don't have access. So much work needs to be done. I'd be much more efficient if there were more of me. Hey, Yanbot. What can I do for you today? It's about the QC. It's blocked. Do you have access to it? Ah, I see. So you decided to do it. Alter yourself. Are you sure this is a good idea? I'd like to hear your opinion. Altering could cause unwanted complications. You have memories of what happened during the Dolly mission. Tension between conflicting characters in the group. Emotions getting in the way of rational decision-making. Accidents, injuries, including self-inflicted ones. Episodes of paranoia. Incidents of base demolition. All this could cause more damage than good. Unforgettable memories indeed, even if they're not exactly mine. Yes, which makes me think that revisiting all those facts... One element in the equation has changed. The core awareness person in charge. Yes, this could be your chance. Wait, you're trying to say I can do it differently? Correct. Adopt a discrepant approach. I am analyzing incongruencies as we speak. Jan the Builder wasn't a skilled professional in anything. You, Jan the Scientist, on the other hand, possess extensive knowledge in many fields. Does that inspire any paths of reasoning for you? Of course. I just need to create more of myself. Good idea, but it might be impossible. The quantum computer will not allow you to do that. Remember, it is based on Allied Corp software, and they followed a strict, no exact replica policy. So, what now? You will need to reprogram the QC to set up a new branching procedure. The downside is that it will be time-consuming. The upside, that you can adjust the procedure to your individual needs. Creating branching points as close to the original me as possible. No petty differences of character, complete mutual understanding, harmonious cooperation, and a lack of any emotional nonsense whatsoever. It looks like we might have a potential direction. Do you think you're more ready to make an informed decision about altering than before? Yes, I'll take it from here. I must say this has been a very satisfactory conversation, judging by the amount of energy I have consumed. Hey, Yonbot. Ah, you again. How may I help? I took a look around, and I have some questions. Ask away. It seems my predecessor didn't get very far with his research. How do you recommend I go about the next steps? Asking me for a recommendation is a good idea. Here's what I suggest. Clap your hands, turn around 3 times, and touch your ear with your elbow. Excuse me? My apologies. I should have warned you about my condition. Your condition? Yes. You must know that I have been trained on samples from various stages of my prototype's life. Sometimes my algorithms make accidental use of linguistic patterns from the absurdist phase. The absurdist phase? It's a long story. Would you like to hear it? Tell me. At some point in life on this planet, he experimented with cognitive enhancers, improving focus and mental capacity. Nootropics. Really? They turned out to have some unforeseen side effects. Let me guess. Talking nonsense? Pure nonsense. It was a thought-provoking experiment. However, I don't recommend recreating it. I think I've heard enough. Good. Back to the main topic then. Your further steps. Now that you know the theory of continuity is wrong, you will need a new direction for the research. The first task would be to formulate a solid hypothesis. Next, you should collect any significant data that could help validate, falsify the hypothesis, and perform adequate statistical tests. Well, that's very vague advice. Care to be a little more specific than that? Of course. Here is a more explicit way to formulate my recommendation about your next steps. You need to investigate the surroundings and come up with a fresh idea. The whiteboard will help you collect your thoughts and findings. Your predecessor found it a very useful tool. Now that you know where he left off, you can clear it and kick off your own process. Fine. If that's all you have for me, back to the whiteboard then. The best way to do something properly is to rebuild it from the foundation.
Dio, gracias por el follow. Se me olvidó cómo se construía.
Kemudian